You will fail your Linux challenge if the motivations behind your decision aren't aligned with your future goals. Whether you just deleted your Windows partition on purpose, or you're still dual booting because you don't think Linux meets your needs, you need to think about how daily driving Linux contributes to your personal development. Without this, the time you spend learning and adapting could be wasted. In my opinion, this is the deciding factor on how long you'll stick with a Linux-based OS. Some disclaimers before we move on. This won't be a video trying to convince you to use any Linux distro. There are already countless videos on that topic, and once you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. This also won't be about the technical aspects of Linux tools, troubleshooting, news, or tutorials. There are better informed creators if that's what you're looking for. So, what is the real Linux challenge? The real challenge starts with having a decent enough reason to switch in the first place. Thankfully, if you don't start with a strong reason, you can always just supplement it. And what better way to supplement that than with your own personal development? The next part of the challenge is figuring out the use cases for your machine, aka what do you want to do. In this video, I recommend having a balance between work and entertainment. Now, we should all know what you can and can't do on Linux, so it's important to be honest with yourself and make sure you are entering this challenge in good faith. But I think it's still versatile enough that you could reasonably go through an era of your life without relying on another OS. So after this, it's really about setting some personal goals to serve as the success criteria for your challenge. How can you define your success criteria? I recommend looking into visualization exercises or project planning examples to find what resonates with you. Personally, I began by drafting a simplified resume for my career goals. Don't worry too much about making this perfect. It should serve as a living document that you can come back to, whether to add something you've learned or remove something that no longer aligns with your goals. For example, I have 3 sections on my resume. One for a new field, one for a skill I already have, and one for my community involvement. After this, you'll want to write out some tasks to complete that feed into your overall goals. I recommend going for a certificate or similar tangible achievement. Not only will it serve as a concrete goal to work towards, but it also gives you something you can use to track progress or look back on later. This might look different for you, but remember to play to your strengths. If you're already using Linux, maybe a tech-related position like sysadmin or general IT position could fit your future resume. Try pick something actionable that directly applies to your goals. For example, one of my tasks was getting a project management certificate. While focusing on tangible achievements is crucial for avoiding wasted time, wasting time can also be fun. And sorry for getting a little political here, but I think fun good. Remember what Wiz Khalifa said, work hard, play hard. Personally, I enjoy video games, and thankfully Linux is now much more capable in that area. However, my friends aren't all PC gamers, so we do have certain limitations on what games we can play. Nevertheless, we've settled for a rotation of about 5 games, with more to come. I mention this because I don't believe you should be miserable in the name of personal development. If you don't allow yourself to separate work from leisure, your longevity in Linux will suffer. Which is also why I think most people fail their Linux challenge. They get so caught up trying to get everything to work perfectly first and don't take some time away from troubleshooting, making the bulk of their experience an insufferable mess. So what's the point of all this? At the end of the day, you risk failing your Linux challenge due to unsupported software or hardware that becomes a major obstacle, and in that case Linux might not make sense for you. The point is you. You made the decision to install a Linux distro, and most common decisions are a result of wanting a change. This is your opportunity to define what that change looks like. That's why I started this project. I'm looking to shape my future with Linux and maybe make some friends along the way. Let me know if you agree with my interpretation of the Linux challenge, or if you disagree, what do you think I got wrong? Either way, thank you for watching this video.